yellow I made, and it tells you it goes around in all these shapes. You can't. This one cost me $3. Microsoft 3D costs $3. Nope, $3. Now, Statis-Pro Baseball and softball costs $70. Like I showed you, if you want to keep all your stats, no more longhand, nothing like that, and no more filing and all that, it's all right there. Quick lookup. It looks fast. It's quick, good, and customer support, top of the line, stat track. And DAC with DAK stats is good too, but you got to be a loyal hobbyist. It's $250 for DAC, $70 for StatTrack, which this is good enough for me. But football, I use DAC because it has a football field, a clock, it has play, it has what on your drive, how many plays you're going, how many yards, time. It keeps all your stats and everything like that. And the thing about StatTrack, ST, is that it keeps all career stats. When DAC, it only keeps one individual. It keeps all your stats, everything like that, for that season. But if you want to do a career stat, you can only do one player. You can't do the whole team like I just showed you and who they played for, who the team played for. So that's the only thing bad about DAC. But as a program, it's top of the line. I use it for basketball and football, and it I think is excellent. But for baseball, I like my career stats. I like seeing where the guy's done, what he's done for other teams and everything. And that's why I like that. And Dice 3D, I've tried a lot of dice games, a lot. And when I found this one, how you can make your own dice, color your own dice, you cannot beat it. This is top of the line here. And my emblems, I get that. Sports logos. I download all my logos, and I like my logos here, who I'm playing. Okay, now we get to the game and how the dice works. You do your lineup. You put your lineup in however you want. Who's playing? How many guys you want? And then you got the visiting on top, home team on the bottom. I got my starting pitcher, whoever's pitching right there. And that's where I can see so I don't make an error. And the same thing, if I was pitching up here, let's say Wang's pitching, I put him right there, and you see I can get his numbers right away. So that's how I do that. So there's no mess up there. I play a 32-game schedule. I divide, like I said, every team. I divide the season by 5, so 32 games. And if you want to play, like I play my 32 games, I times it by 5. I know what they did for the whole season. Get 160 games, and I see what they did for the whole season. Basketball, times it by 5, 82-game season. I play a 16-game season. Football, I call football the Paydirt Football, is Nevada Football League, and I play 10-game season. And I keep all the teams, all the rosters from what year, and I use those rosters, the basketball rosters, baseball rosters, football rosters. I use the official their roster for that year, and then I play the game. So I'm really playing the whole season, and I'll be playing forever. I've been playing since the 70s. Paydirt was my first one. I played it in like 72, just when it came out. And then I got stuck on baseball and basketball. I used to do hockey, and I do, like I said, decathlon and golf. And eventually maybe I'll do videos of those. But right now we're talking baseball. Okay, so how we read the dice? Let's go. You have your lineup. Let's say Kano is up. And you got to roll the dice. Rating is a 2-6, so we're going to read the blue dice first. So 2 to 6 is pitching card. 7 to 12 is batter's card. You would throw the dice. And all you do is hit that. See, that one didn't roll. And that's the thing about this. You can only roll one die. This dice right here, that red circle, you don't have to worry about rolling it. It'll only have to roll that. So that's another good thing. You got a 2 and a 2 is a 4. Well, 2 and 2 is 4. That's between 2 and 6. It goes the pitching card. So then you'd read the red and white. So 48 would go 43 to 51 is a walk. See, I know red here is a strikeout. And 43 to 51, and he rolled a 48. He's a walk. So you got Kano on first. And now you got to read his speed. Kano is a C. So now we're going to be reading the yellow dice. The first dice we're going to read is yellow. Next play. You roll the dice. You got a 1 and a 2, which is, we got to read the speed. He's a C. So we're going to try a steal. And you go up here, and you see that a 2 on the yellow dice. 1 through 2, A through D is steals. He's a C. He will be stealing 47. And you got 33 to 47. Runner A is the only one who can steal, so he ain't going to steal. So we read our dice. Now we got to go back to the roll again for pitching card. You got a 1 and a 2. That's 3. You got a 1 and a 7. Read that. Red, white dice. Red, white dice. 17 pitching card. You see that 1721 is a single to center. And now we know he's got second base. Is he going to go to third? You got a 4. You read the blue dice, which is a 4. You go to your card up here. Does he advance? 1 through 4. Now he got a single, and it was single to center, so it's single to center. Does the runner advance? You go down here. 1 through A, B only. So he stops at second base. So you got 2 on and no out. So now we've read the blue. We read the red and white. Now let's see if we can read the green. And he is going to steals an 8. Okay, he's a C. A C on second to third is a 1. He didn't get it. He's an 8. So we got a 6, and a 6 is 12. Okay, so 6 to 2 is pitching, and 7 to 12 is batter. So let's say a Jeter's up because you got Abreu on first and Cano on second. He's a 71 Jeter. You'd go across to Jeter. 54 to 88 is an out. So you'd read the blue, the red, and the white. And now you read the purple and the green and purple. You got a 58. We got to look for air over here. The black dice is air. You have 20-sided dice. 17 X's means no air. You have 2 E's and 1 Z. I used to have an ET and an EF, throwing and fielding. So really, if they field the ball good, but then had an EF, you check the fielders there. So you could go that way. It kind of makes it interesting, but I put both E's in there. You have a 71 on Jeter. He's an out. So it's a 58. You know it's a fly ball to center because the second number is usually where it's going to go. So you go to your defensive chart, and a 58 with first and second right there. 58, A, B, and C, FD8, he's out. No air because it's an X. And then A, B, C, attempt for third. So he's going to attempt for third right here. Canine's a C. And attempt to third, you'd have to roll again. You'd go to your dice. You check your fielder's throw. Whatever it was the center fielder. Your center fielder is, where is he? Is a 2. He's a 2. Millridge. You'd go to your, wrong dice, okay. 2. You go to your throwing chart right here. It was a single to center, or fly ball to center, deep fly ball to center, which is millage. You saw millage as a 2, and it was an out, and the runner's a C, so you got C, D2, runner 42, and a C runner is 42. Add 20 to deep fly, so 62 and down is safe. So you'd roll again, and it'd be an 88, and he'd be thrown out at third. He'd be thrown out at third, and the guy behind 6 would not advance. So the runner behind him does not advance, because you know the runner behind him is Abreu, who's a B, and a B is 6 to 0, doesn't attempt, so he doesn't advance. So Abreu at first, he's a B, so you know B is 1 through 4 steals. Kind of makes it interesting. Okay, let's see if he's going to steal. He got a 9. He will not steal. You got a, what we got here? We got, sometimes you get your dice messed up. Just drop them. You got a 30. Where's the other blue? Oh, he's right here. You got a 3-8. Oop, that's a 28. Okay. On the batter's card, 8 would be the batter's card. I know what that's going to be. Let's say Gamby's up. Jason Giambi, nope. 26 to 44 is a called strike 3. On the batter card, he's called. On the pitching card, on the batting card is a swing and miss. On the pitching card is a called strike 3. Batter's card, swing and miss. Pitching card, called strike 3. Now you roll a Z over here. Let's say an X, okay? You want to roll an X? If you roll an X, a Z. If you roll a Z, an X is no air. If you roll a Z, it takes priority over everything but a strikeout, a walk, a hit batter, a pass ball, a wild pitch. That takes over all that stuff except for your ladder. A Z, you'd have to re-roll again, and you'd roll a 42. 11 to 48 is Z. That's unusual play. 50, with bases empty, a 51 to 58 is a bunt. So you'd go to your bunt chart, and you re-roll for a bunt. With runners on first, second, or third, 51 to 58 is a BD. So the batter gets a chance to hit it out. This dice right here would tell me if he's a 1, 2, or 3. You got 61 to 68 is pick up release. That's how I get my other players in the game. I mean on the roster. Move players out like bad pitchers or doing had. I move those out, move good pitchers in. But you only get one move. And even if you got all good players, you still have to make the move. If you got all good pitchers or all good players in the field and you have come up with this, you still have to make the move. And that goes for both teams. Both teams would have to do it. 71 to 78 is ballpark effect. Ballpark effect, you re-roll the read. And ballpark effect means it's a good pitching park or a hitting park. So that's where that comes in effect. If it's a pitching park or hitting park. And then you'd have 81 to 88 is injury. And I do have injuries, so that's how you miss your games, you know. And then my injuries is time the yellow and blue dice. So let's say the batter gets hurt or the fielder gets hurt. You got yellow and blue. 1 and 2 is 2. He'll only miss 2 days, not games, days. So you missed 2 games. You got a 1 and a 2 again. Let's get a bigger number here. Let's get a 3 and a 0. That means he missed no days. But that's how I do that. You time the yellow and the blue, and that's how many days you miss. Like, for example, first thing you read, blue dice, pitcher batter's card, red and white to see the result of the play. If it's a strikeout hit or whatever. If it's an out, you'd read the green and purple. Now, green and purple is usually, this tells me, and then the fielder is usually this dice, except for 0 goes back. Then you read the black dice to see if it's an air or Z or no air. And then the yellow here is for stealing and air advancing. Stealing on advance and on a air is yellow. And light blue is advancing on a hit with base running on a base from first to third or first to home, whatever, or advancing on a fly ball that's caught. And your yellow dice here is red on steals, and on a 1 through 6 is 1 base error. A 7 through 10 is a 2 base error. Sounds complicated, but it isn't. It's not complicated. It's pretty easy. You know, I've been doing it for a long time. Like I said, Microsoft Dice 3D 7 Pixie, $3. StatTrack Baseball and Softball, $70. Those programs, you can't beat it. I put all my years in here. You know, for the first 18 years, I had to longhand, and then I sat here and put them all in. And I'm a loyal hobbyist. This is my hobby. I've been doing it since the 70s. And I love it. I just think it's great. And then I do my own cards instead of going through my cards and costing the ink and flipping the cards and getting them dirty, then putting them in my filing cabinet. I keep them on my computer. I transfer everything over. Easy read right there. You got Canine, Reading, you know, all your platters. The roster's up to you. How you do this, I think, is a good thing, how you do it. Your dice, your emblem. You can set it up the way you like, move things around. I have all my records. You know, if you want, here's something I'll show you. I'll show you 28 right there. Let's do all your teams right here. We're going to do all 30 teams. We're going to go batting. It's going to come up in a minute. It doesn't take long. Puts 28. See, that's how fast it takes right there. This is my innings right here. Let's do season. So I want to compute. I want to clear, and I only want to do season 28. 28 is, where's 28? Did I miss it? I don't know. Season 28. Where'd you go? Can't find 28. Oh, I am in 28. Oh, let me see. Right there. Oh, there we are. 28. I only want to do, I have the playoffs in here, so we don't want to do the playoffs. So we're going to do just 28. And so these games are all going to go down to 32. And there you go. These are my season was 32. The playoff games were in there too. But you can just do the playoff. Okay, Suzuki. He led the lead with a 442 average in 32 games, which is really good. But if you want to go, let's say you want to say who hit the most home runs right here. So he had 8 doubles, 3 triples, 8. Well, let's go home runs. You can sort by home runs right here. And it's going to bring up who hits the most home runs. Boom. Alex Rodriguez, like I told you, 17 home runs in 32 games. He hit 325. The guy was awesome. He was hitting a lot. Pino Carlos hit 13, just like that. You can do pitchers. You can do pitchers for the whole season. And that's the whole season. So you can pick an MVP, pick your all-star games, all your best players and everything. And that's what I do. I play all-stars. I pick the best the players get picked by how they did and pitching how they did. And you got your standings right here. You can do all your complete standings. And it's your standings, 26 and 12. Now I got the whole thing in there, but this is including playoffs right here. This is including playoffs. You know, Razorbacks, Texas Rangers, they finished 10 and 22. And the Ziploc Cougars were the Yankees, 27 and 17. And that's including the playoffs. And they got runs scored and runs against right there. And you'll love this program if you do it. And I got no complaints against it. And they do have support. And I do my cards, like you said. I do have all my cards. I do have all that stuff. Instead of doing longhand on the table, filing, I do it this way. I hope that helps you set it up. If you have any questions, please let me know. Email me, and I'll get back to you and see if I can fix what I do, because I'm new at this stuff. Old fart like me's got to do things. I got to figure things out. I thank you very much. Thank you for watching how I set up Statis-Pro Basketball. My league is called Diamond Baseball League, and I'm playing the 2008 season in my season 29. Thank you very much. Have a good day.